Continue. We have some special guests today. Let me give you a bit of a backstory.
Anybody have any questions?
Wait. Wait a sec, Jacque.
Here.
Jacque, wait a sec. I have to announce someone. So, I myself, I served 12 years in the German military. In hindsight, I'm not proud of this time. And there are actually many like me that think the same way. And two of them actually got here today. And they have a special honor for Jacque. May I welcome the veterans for peace.
Thank you to everybody here. Thank you, Roxanne and Jacque and Venus Project for having us speak for just a few minutes. My name is my name is Will Griffin. This is Mike Haynes. We are veterans from the U.S. military, and right now we're on behalf of Veterans for Peace. And I just want to explain to you what our organization is just really quickly, and then Mike will be presenting an award to Jacque. Veterans for Peace is mainly made up of veterans, but it includes civilians too. Mainly combat veterans, but what we do is I'm just going to read 5 bullet points from our statement of purpose, and so that'll give you a good idea of what the kinds of things that we do. The first thing is Veterans for Peace tries to increase the public awareness of the costs of war. 2, to restrain our government from intervening overtly and covertly in the internal affairs of other nations. 3, to end the arms race and to reduce and eventually eliminate nuclear weapons. 4, to seek justice for veterans and victims of war. And 5, I would say most importantly, to abolish war as an instrument of national policy.
Now, my name is Mike. Jacque says that if he had his way, that he would send all veterans to school to learn to become problem solvers, to bridge the differences between nations. And the words of Jacque Fresco that he has put out there for veterans has profoundly impacted my life, and I'm sure many veterans out here today and around the world. I'd like to ask the audience with a show of hands, how many veterans do we have out there? Show of hands, how many combat veterans are out there? A little too many. You know, the Veterans for Peace is the Veterans for Peace is dedicated to supporting and creating the culture of peace. Also to, like Willie said, to raise public awareness of the true horrors and the true cost of war, and to heal the wounds of war. And that's one of the things I want to speak on personally right now. Well, first of all, in creating Jacque Fresco has done more as a veteran in these areas of anybody I've ever met in my life. And particularly in the area of creating that culture for peace, he has literally given us, humanity, a blueprint of how to create a world where peace is an integral part of the design of the system itself. That blew me away when I first found out about it. And then as someone who promotes healing of war, I think that he has affected more people than even he realizes. Myself, I came back from, I'm an Iraq war veteran. Willie happens to be an Iraq and Afghanistan war vet. I came back from Iraq, and due to the horrors of warfare, I found myself in a self-destructive spiral that was not good. I lost some buddies due to suicide. When I found out about Jacque Fresco and the Venus Project in 2009, it completely changed my world and gave me a whole new mission in life and to be honest, a new profound hope in humanity. I think I speak for every veteran in this world and in this room and across the world that Jacque Fresco has impacted their lives. We just want to thank you, Jacque, for everything that you've done in the past 100 years of your life. And on behalf of the Veterans for Peace, we would like to present you with an honorary membership of the Veterans for Peace. And also, we have a Veterans for Peace t-shirt for Jacque Fresco.
Not only that, I'd like to tell you something about war. There's a book written by an American general of the Marines, not an enemy of America, called War is a Racket by Smedley Butler. How many of you ever gotten that book? About 40 people, I'd say. But there's another book called I was a hitman. I was an economic hitman. Confessions of an Economic Hitman by, what was his name?
John Perkins.
John Perkins. How many of you read that? More people read that. You have to read those books so you get a perspective view of America. You're getting the wrong view by the politicians. When I was a kid, I asked a politician, I said, if you're elected governor of the state of Florida, what would you do to cut down on military expenditures? He said, well, you can't cut down on military expenditures. There'll always be war and rumors of war. This is what he said. And I asked other politicians, how would you grow enough food to feed the world's hungry? Because I don't know anything about food. I said, what the hell do you know? And all private ownership has to disappear. Now, you've been told that that's a terrible thing to do. But let me tell you something. If you do away with the money system, you can't pay off politicians. You can't pay off lawyers. You can't pay off anybody. If you live with a guy and you don't get along, you move out. You don't have to go to a lawyer. It'll cost you $2,000. Where the hell did he come from? And where did this guy with the white collar come from? Did I pronounce you man and wife? Who the hell is he? You get all the crap and lies that you've been given ever since you were a kid, and you think this is the greatest country in the world. That's what the Frenchmen think. They think France is the greatest country in the world. The German people think Germany was the greatest country in the world. They're all full of shit. I'm sorry. There are no bad words or good words. They tell you there's a good word, there's a bad word. There are no bad words. When a man says to another man, bullshit, he means, I can't accept what you're saying. That's what it means. Think about it. Don't get mad. Think about it. When a man says bullshit, he's not talking about the shit of a bull. He's talking about the fact that he can't accept certain words. When a lady drops a pie and it falls face down, she says, fiddly-dee. That means, I'm sorry I dropped the pie. If a male drops a pie, he says, shit. means I'm sorry I dropped the pie. Has nothing to do with fecal matter. I just want you to know there are no bad words. In the future, people will use whatever language is explicit, but they won't be using certain words. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacque. We love you.